see the difference between my course and the other ones?
Yes.
I will teach you how to speak her language in a way that triggers her mating system, but the core is you can't. Man, it's a challenge because it's like you can't do it because I like you. The minute you do that, it's fucking lost. That's why when I took you to the mall, I said, okay, we're gonna do one thing specifically. Don't go past it. Talk to her with your awareness inside, and then move on. It's something I'll have you go over and over because then your emotional system catches it. And it's like, oh, because now you start feeling women put their energy on you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're walking away there, and when you walked away, didn't at the Macy's in Terralinda, didn't the girl go, well, what? And she tried to bring you back, huh?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Pretty damn good. It was a new sensation for sure. And basically, when I walked up, I started talking to her, and I asked her for like the jeans department or something. Mm-hmm. And I went away, and she kind of did this fake laugh, like, yeah, it's over that way. And I was just like, man, that's fucking cool.
Well, when you started walking away, she tried to bring you back by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to give you basically what it is. When you talk to somebody, awareness is on you. Now you're going, what the fuck is that guy talking about? You're going to have to, do you understand what in a video, it took me, an hour to teach it to you? Maybe
more
hours?
Than that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it took him a while. And he's like, it's like, yeah. That's why if you take a coaching session with me, I can do it with you again and again until you get it. And you're like, holy shit. Because I can logically tell it to you right now. I can logically write it in a book. You can read it, go, yeah, that's weird. I don't get it. Because you won't get it. But when you get it.
Then you get it.
There's
been videos where he's talked about the awareness thing, where we do the hand stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done that with me too. But you have to have you have to feel it, man. You have to be in that space to get what he's talking about. Right. And that takes time. Sometimes it's less for some people. Sometimes it's more. It took me one session about 45 minutes to an hour, I think.
Well, I had done it quite a few times with him, but then there was one day when I'm like, dude, you're going to get this. Because he had experienced, his body was kind of going, oh, okay. See, here's what a lot of guys, what do you mean his body? See, if you're doing it logically, and you logically understand it, then you don't get it. And that's what a lot of guys do. Well, I actually had a very wealthy client come to me, and he was trying to logically understand something. I'm like, dude, stop that. I don't want you to logically understand. I want you to chill the fuck out, relax. I don't want you to memorize anything. Because if you memorize shit, you're logically doing it. I'll give you some basic patterns at the very end. Simple. One is a 5-step pattern. Another one is a 3-step pattern. So simple. There's one word per step. That's all it is. Can anyone memorize that?
Pretty much everybody.
The first few times you do it, you are thinking, and okay, step 1, step 2. But then after you've done it a few times, it's natural. You don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, I still have to think about it when I do it, but last night when he was doing it, it was just like on and on and on and on. Before he knew it, it was like an hour and 30 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm. I hadn't even finished the 5th step.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will come to me and go, my problem is, I can open conversation with women, or I can meet a woman or a girl at the club or wherever, but then after that, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, what do I say now? You were like that when I first met you.
Yeah.
He would just like, hey, blah, blah, and he'd freeze. Like,
I didn't,
what do I say?
My thing was I didn't even know where to start. The beginning, middle, and end. I didn't know it. I was just like, I don't know what to say. Now he's taught me some of the patterns. I can start and I can keep going, but I still got to work on it.
Right.
Because I'll get stuck in now and then. But I know that it works because at this point I've seen him just steamroll through it for like literally hours.
Now here's the cool thing. Instead of just being like, well, I don't know what he's doing, you actually have seen the patterns. Mm-hmm. So when I say them, you can hear them and like, oh, that's step 1, that's step 2, that's step 3.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So here's the cool thing. He can actually see, because a lot of guys will just show me. So I'll go pick up on a girl. I'm like, oh, I don't see nothing. You just got lucky. Well, are you seeing the patterns? And when I get to a certain point, do you see them go?
Last night was the biggest one of all.
Right. I literally said, okay, now I'm going to do this. And what happened to the entire room?
When you got to the 4th step, I think everybody just quieted down and they tuned into the conversation.
The whole room went, because it was a lot of women there last night, huh?
Yeah.
Only a few guys. It was kind of odd. So it got really just, and all the girls, literally, as we said in the last video, the 2 girls were facing away from us, and they literally turned their chairs, and they were both doing this, and they were there studying, and I'm like, do you see? If they hear these patterns, it triggers their mating system, and it draws them to you. And what did the one girl do? She said, dude, the girl, and I'm like, what? Because that's when I was on my computer minding my own business.
She was just locked, frozen.
No, the one that walked by behind you, what did she do?
Oh, yeah, she looked. The Asian lady?
No.
Oh, yeah, she bumped his chair.
Mm-hmm.
And she was walking, and all of a sudden she pretends to just walk by, and she
Boom.
kind of bumps his chair. So.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you'll notice that women will try to find a way to talk to you. They'll come sit by you like the two girls did.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, remember when those two girls did that? What did all the other girls in the room do? They were like, oh. They all looked like, fuck, why didn't I think of that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's stop right there. I'm not trying to go, oh, I'm cool. You're going to misunderstand it if that's what you're hearing. It's not. I'm saying that you can be like this too. And the thing about it is, it's not about being cool. If you think it's about, my ego trip, yeah. Here's the thing. If you come to the class and you listen to it from that perspective, you actually won't hear what I'm saying.
That's kind of where I was in the beginning, actually.
And I kept getting mad, huh?
Mm-hmm. Because I kept telling him, like, I got it, man. I got it. He said, no, you don't got it, dude.
Right. And you got pissed off and frustrated, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck, dude? I logically understand it from my ego. Or my
I
male brain.
I kept telling him that, and it was at one point, like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I can understand you, but it was at that day in the chair, and then there was another day at the mall.
When you opened up and then you really received it.
That's when I knew it for sure.
That's when it was like, oh, that. When you got to the point, was it literally 180 degrees opposite of what you thought you... Because he's over here going, dude, I got it. I'm like, I want you to get this over here. Now, what we're talking about is when you listen to it through your left male brain, you're changing what I'm actually saying. And it's the same thing that women do. They talk about this out of the right brain and the right brain language, and a man will take it, process it through his linear processor, the logical processor, and it changes the meaning to the same words.
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing the same thing. I'm like, no, dude, stop. We've got to get you grounded. We've got to open you up. There's a series of techniques I will take you through. And when you opened up for that first time in the chair, did you suddenly go, holy shit, now I understand what you've been saying.
It was a different world, for sure.
Right. Okay, so that's why it's challenging even to sell this course and market it, because I could do this left brain male stuff and market it and blah, blah, blah. And then when you come in, you're like, well, that's not, like, wow, I thought you were saying this, but now as I realize you're saying this. I know that sounded vague because, it takes hours just to get to the point to where you can finally understand it.
Yeah, it took me a while to get there. And
About like 5 sessions to even begin.
You think you'll know. That's what I kept saying. I think I got it. And you think you really do. Like,
right.
You're not bullshitting. You're not playing the fool, or you really think you got it.
Yeah, you do. You really believe it. And that is why it's so hard for me to go, well, you just have some faith. And I even went like, dude, please, just trust me. Mm-hmm. Remember when I went like this? I was practically begging, like, trust me, there's another dimension. And because it's not just a step. It's like, what? It's like, what the hell? I didn't even know that was over there.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know how to describe, but if you guys get in there, and I think I said this earlier, you will always, always remember it. And at that point, it's when you can, it's like all the stuff is downloaded into you. Then you have to remember nothing.
Right.
And you can just go out there, forget everything, and just be.
Did you notice now that when you talk to women, like, whoa, the patterns come up, and you're like, I'm not even doing that.
Yeah. I don't have to.
What I am doing is I am literally downloading and installing this stuff inside your system. Literally, all you have to do is enjoy the ride. Let me coach you the way that I coach. The reason why I say it is because there's a very successful guy that came to me, and he's just very successful guy. He's very good at using his left brain for money. But when it comes to women, this brain isn't cutting it. The guy, I think, was on his 3rd divorce, if I remember right. But I get a lot of those men. A lot of these very wealthy, successful men, they just got divorced for the 2nd or 3rd time, and they're very smart guys. Don't get me wrong. This guy is brilliant. I mean, the guy is brilliant, great at what he does. But I'm like, dude, you're not, but it's hard reaching those guys because those are the ones like, well, who are you telling me? I'm the one with the $1 million. And I'm like, well, you're also the one losing the $1 million to the woman who's taking your house, your kids, and your dog, and your cars, and alimony, and blah, blah, blah. I go, the point being is, like, just like me, if I wish I would have known this years ago when I was in love, 2 times I had my heart ripped out. Well, you don't have to go through that if you just learn what I'm just going to say, what the fuck women want. When you see what it is, you're going to be like, holy shit, I was doing the complete opposite wrong thing.
And when you do know it, you'll see it everywhere.
Right.
I can see here talking about it right now, even in the coffee shop, and I think you pointed it out to me. You said, what did that girl just say?
Right.
Yeah. So you'll hear it all the time, but as dudes, you think it's just normal talk.
If it's not, it's a different language.
Mm-hmm.
And women use this language around men all the time, and men don't get it. They're just like, and the funny thing, like, what are you talking about? This different language. When I show it to you, when I teach it to you, you're going to be like, dude, it's fucking everywhere. You're going to be like, It's almost like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like for the first? How long did it last for you? A month, 3 months, 6 months?
About like 2-3 months.
Was it kind of like, well, what the? My mom's doing it. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it.
You'll see it everywhere, and it'll get to a point where it's just natural. Like you'll hear it everywhere, and you'll know it.
And you'll be able to shift over to that language and start speaking it automatically, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It becomes easier. In the beginning, it is a challenge, and that's one thing I want to leave in this video. I'll let you say whatever you want to say. Is you're going to work. When you get in here, you're going to work your ass off. You're going to do certain techniques. You're going to condition you. It's challenging because it's the opposite way of the way you would normally do things. Have I gotten mad at you?
Yeah.
Like, Benev, you're not doing the techniques. You're not opening up. I don't mean techniques for her. See, this is the difference between my course and those courses. They're doing techniques on how to trigger her this and do this to her. And here, those are external techniques. I'm talking about you, not about her. Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't think that's something you guys find in the other course, but I'm telling you, even if you put the women aside for a minute, you'll get the most benefit out of this, dude.
Right.
The techniques he teaches you for yourself, like, they will mellow you out big time.
Yeah. One time, not one time, multiple times. There's one time like he was just like, why do I worry so much? Just what a waste of time. It was so mellow. It was the Target one. If you get that video, I can't remember. I'll try to find it. Put the link at the bottom here. But didn't I say like? And isn't this why people do drugs?
Yeah, it felt like a drug. It was just like, I think we were at the car. This is when I said it when we were leaving Target. We were in the car, and I'm just like, why was I so worried about life? Mm-hmm. And I realized most of the crap in life is just made up.
Yeah, you're just thinking. What about this? What if this happened? What if that happened? Oh my god! Is my mom mad at me? Is this person mad? What am I going to do? And none of that is even happening. You get it?
And when you get there with the techniques he teaches you, you'll see it.
Yeah, when you clear it completely out, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I could have lived life like this. I could have done my business from this place. Wow, this is fucking great. And here's the thing is when you get to that place, your head is totally clear, that is when women are drawn to you. That is what I've been trying to say. That's the best way to explain it right there.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you guys an example.
All right.
The second time I went into that space, we were at the Corte Madera Mall, mm-hmm. and I sat down at the bench and I did the technique. I got up and I took 2 steps, and it's just like boom.
Just like last night when all the women were on me. All of a sudden, the girl didn't even notice me. She went right to you.
Mm-hmm. She was walking with her family, and I'm just walking, just like totaling this awesome space. I'm just like, fuck yeah. And the girl stops. She turns around. She looks straight at me.
It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
And you felt it. You feel it now.
Yep. She left her family. She stopped, and she started staring, and I was just like, this is awesome.
It's kind of like, okay, what do I do now? Well, that's the second part of the course. No, I'm just kidding. Just fucking talk to her. Okay, so we're going on and on about this because we're trying to get guys to go, like, well, what's different about your course? Everything. I'm telling you, this is going to... I call it stepping into your power. Does it feel powerful?
It's all the power you'll ever want.
Is it power?
It's power.
Right. See, a lot of guys, I'm powerful, and they tighten the forehead and flex their muscles. That's actually locking down. You're actually cutting off your power. This is the opposite of that.
You can be a little dude, just tiny, 5'4". I'm like 5'5" or something like that.
135 pounds?
135 pounds, yeah.
Yep.
You can be a little dude. You don't have to be big. You don't have to be lifting weights. And when you get to that space, the women will pick you over the stud.
Right. And that's the point. So whether you're wealthy, whether you're tall, whether you're muscular, whether you're skinny, whether you're straight, it doesn't matter. You have to learn how to do it. It's funny. I get a lot of clients that are very wealthy and they've gone through their second, third divorce. One guy was going through his third divorce and he was losing a $5 million home. And I was like, oh my God. He was pissed and I loved her. I did everything for her. And I said, this is what I said to him. Well, how well did that work for you? And I said it just like this. Well, I go, how well did that work for you? He goes, how well did what? I go, spending all your money, buying her all these lavish gifts, buying these jewelries and diamonds and all this stuff. He goes, it didn't work at all. She's leaving me. And how well did it work in the marriage before? And so this illusion, and it is an illusion, that your money is going to keep a woman or get a woman to truly love you from her heart, it's a fantasy. Spend your money on Disneyland. Stop lying to yourself. Go to fucking Disneyland. Because if it truly was money, you would have your wife. you'd still be fucking married. You wouldn't be going, what am I doing wrong? Everything. Is it true?
Yeah.
Everything, literally. Everything you do when you think as a male, it literally irritates her brain. It literally disconnects her from her mating system, and it turns her off, and it literally gives her a headache. And when you see that part, you be like, oh my God, they're not joking when they say, oh, I gotta go home, I got a headache. She's not kidding. Because you're trying to impress her, and you're tightening up your forehead, which tightens up her forehead. But when you loosen up, when you open up to that space I keep talking about, number one, how do you feel?
Freaking awesome. It's like you're on the best drug on the planet. It's like you just went to the spa, and then you just your body relaxed all over, and then you had like the most delicious meal in the world, and then you went out to watch a game with your buddies, and you're just like on cloud
And you're
nine,
just like, you
life
just
is
took,
great, man.
some doctor just gave you this pill that's the mellow pill. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Like, really, you have no worries. Your pain dissipates. Literally, you're physically, when you're in that space, because your body relaxes, and the pain, if you're in a lot of pain, like I was run over by a car, man, the pain just goes, it drops, and you're just like, fuck, you feel great, right?
It's like you're floating on a cloud.
Right. Now, what happens to women when they're around you? Let's say they're uptight and stressed, but you're just...
They come around you and they say, you
Or
know...
what happens to them, though? Do they feel it?
They relax completely.
They just open up, and do they want to talk to you now?
Oh, yeah.
That is what I'm calling step into your power. The cool thing is it helps you in sales. That one thing... Okay, let's talk about that salesman again. Was he like that?
Nope.
Or was he Mr. Male?
He was
Push, talk. Did he talk a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Was he using techniques?
Mm-hmm.
How did that make me feel?
You just want to get away from the
I got up and got the fuck out. It's like, I'm done, dude. I came in to buy a mattress, and the dude just literally drove me out. And that's male energy. Male energy is to push energy. But to men, feels powerful and strong. Yeah, I'm working hard. Don't do that. That's the reason why you're not getting ahead is because you're pushing people away. Your boss won't give you a raise. Come on, man. Come on. I'll work hard. Hey, boss, how's it going? Even if you just say hi. From that male energy, you're pushing like, dude, that guy irritates me. You got to learn how to open up. You learn how to open up and you can receive. And I will teach you how to do it. I know it sounds like, oh, open up and receive. What the fuck does that mean? Because from the male brain, you can't see it, can you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you talking about? But when you open up, you're like, holy shit, that makes a lot of sense. It's like learning a new language, seeing things from a different perspective. It's literally shifting perspectives.
When you'll get there, man, I'm telling you, you won't need to learn, remember anything. You'll be the natural.
Yeah.
You'll be the natural.
You know, you get a lot of these pickup artist guys saying, well, you're either born or natural or not. That guy was born that way. I don't care if that's true or not. The point is you can learn how to be that way naturally, not by consciously technique. You can practice this stuff. It'll take some work. It'll take some time. I'm not even denying. Have I ever denied that?
Mm-mm.
In fact, I emphasize you have to do the work. But it's like martial arts. You're going to get to the point where it's just natural. You know, you're not even thinking in the ring. You're just fighting. I was a fighter. I fought for many years. Boxing, kickboxing, blah, 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 etc. The point being is you get to the point where it's very natural. In the beginning when you're first learning something, yeah, you got to do the structure and you got to do the techniques and you got to practice and, you know, do all this stuff. But after a while, just you literally just go warm up, stretch, and you go at it. When you're in that space.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, go ahead.
When I'm in that space, I can walk into any club, any meeting. Even if a girl who is a billionaire's daughter, she's an heiress of whatever. You're in that space and I'm feeling so good that it doesn't matter. I can talk to her just like I talk to everybody else, man. I'm in this space of total just like chilling. I'm in my own world.
Right. Number one, so you feel comfortable, you can talk to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that's what a woman's looking for?
Yeah.
That is when women say, I'm looking for a guy who's unique. What they're saying is not this male macho ego thing. They're talking about the guy who's completely, totally let that go. Now do you understand how now you're the one guy in the club that's different? Is it the guy with the 5-foot top hat? Is it the guy with the blackened eyeliner and tattooed eyebrows and the piercings and the pink hair and the high boots and the boa, whatever they call, and all fingernails paint? Is that guy different? No. He's exactly like every guy in there trying to wear a nice shirt like this, say like this with a tie, and look at me and walk around like this. You know, oh, hey, look at me. I got pink stuff. I'm different than those guys. That's external difference. She's looking for internal connection. That is the difference. That's what a girl's talking about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, dudes, think when I was there for the first time, I think we were just sitting over here in the back.
You're talking about that space when you're sitting at the table back there is what he's talking about. This very first time when he popped open.
It's pretty addicting, man.
It's a drug. It was like a drug. Well, yeah, I guess technically it is a drug because the chemicals released. So when you're in that part of the brain, it's fucking awesome.
You just want to be there over and over again. And you know what?
And the more you do it, the easier it gets to get there.
Yeah. Why? I'm just thinking, why wouldn't somebody want this? You can literally go out and have everything. Talk business, women, money. Life just becomes more fun.
Right. The cool thing about it is it makes you more powerful, more confident. That is confidence. This fake confidence, I'm confident, look at me, I'm strong. Hey, how you doing? They do the firm handshake, they lift the elbow, they try to turn your hand over. That is a guy displaying it. I'm so fucking insecure. I've got to overdo it. I've got to fake it. You see that? Mm-hmm. Versus, hey, how you doing, man? I want to get to know you. This is confidence. You know, I remember you said it to me years ago. Girls said, "Wow, you're such a confident guy." I'm like, I am? I feel confident. And then it took me a while to realize what they meant was like, you're so comfortable. And you've heard women say this, like, I'm looking for a guy who's comfortable in his skin or in his body. That is confidence. Go ahead.
That alone. Okay, this goes back to one of those things that Mike said, you think you understand it, but you don't. I thought I understood it until that time at the Target.
And I yelled at him about it, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I got pissed, like, no, you don't. Fucking trust me. Go ahead.
It was when I got to the Target is when I went, this is what he means. Mm-hmm. I thought you'll think you do, just because you have skin and you probably feel comfortable right now watching the video.
You think you are, but dude, you realize how uptight you were, huh?
Yeah.
When he first opened up, he's like, dude, I realized my body's like tight all the time.
Mm-hmm. I think I even said that last night.
Even in pain.
Yeah.
So now here's the deal. When he closes up, he's like, dude, my body hurts. I'm like, are you open? He's like, oh, okay. Because then he tried to bullshit me. Yeah, whenever I open up, my throat's real tight and this, and I'm like, bullshit, dude. Behind Target was it like that? Because it's your ego. Here's the thing. This is a long video. I'm gonna break this down to pieces. So catch the whole video. It's your ego not wanting to let go. Do you see it? Mm-hmm. It's like your ego just going, yeah, bro, it hurts this, and you make up all these. Like, no, it's the closing that causes your body to be tight.
It's uncomfortable when I'm there, dude. It's unfucking comfortable.
When you're here.
When I'm closed, yeah.
Yes. Here's the thing about it. All right, you said something about 2 minutes ago about. Oh man, it's like when you get there, you want to get there more and more and more, and like you won't even know. Now, here's the thing about it. Before you met me, did you even have any idea what this was?
Nope.
Have you ever even heard about it?
Nope.
Nope. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Girls are here all the time, and when they're not, they don't like it. It's just like where you're at now. It's like when you're closed, you're like, what? Name the reasons why you don't like it.
It hurts my head.
It physically hurts. It gives you a headache. Mm-hmm. Because when you're closed, you're like, oh my God, it's so fucking tight.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're in prison?
From here on up, dude, my head is just clamped down. Like, it literally, like, it's just a shitty feeling.
Can you even think?
Nope. It's like a clutter in your head.
And literally, you're like, well, Mike, just tell me what to do. I'm like, no, I'm not here to be your fucking babysitter. Mm-hmm. You got to open up. You got to do these techniques. But do you see how now a lot of guys are clamped down and they don't know it and they're just following step by step by step because they can't think? Do you see that?
Yeah.
And women talk about it. It's like, oh my God, it's like you can't think. You give him a step by step process and he goes, oh, okay, dum 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 dum. By the way, guys, women laugh at you when you're like that, and I hate to say it, but when you open up, you'll see why. You're like, oh my God, he looks so stupid.
You could take like the lamest dude on the planet, just somebody not physically attractive, like not poor as hell, short, ugly, stumpy, this, belly, that, blah, and if he goes into the space, women are gonna like him.
Right. And a lot of guys, oh bullshit, it's about looks. Really, if it's about looks, meet me. Let's go to clubs. Show me, buddy. Show me. I want to see this. I love hearing guys, oh, it's all about looks. I'm like, oh, so you think you're good looking? I'm good looking. I'm 6'2". I'm this, I'm that. I've got a Porsche. Let's go to a club, buddy. Show me your fucking, let's do this, baby. Got my camera. I'm ready to watch. And while you're doing it, the girls are trying to talk to me. And I'm busy here doing the recording. I'm trying to follow this guy. right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to dive bomb. It's not about your looks. The reason why you think that is because men, it's about looks. Because our mating system is wired to our eyes through the optic nerve. So we are visually attracted to women. So we assume women are wired the same way. And here's the thing. Women do the opposite. Her mating system is wired to her right communication processor. Not the logical one, the right one. So it's not the eyes. It's not the male logical brain. It's the right brain. So here's what women think. Well, he's that way too. So they walk up to you, and like the article said, I'm going to read it right here. It just says it right here. It says, men, on the other hand, don't seem to be fazed by women's ability to tell a good tale or tell stories or communicate well. And yet women are, it's all about communication. It's all about communication. You've heard women say this a million times.
Movies, conversations, songs, TV shows.
I'm looking for a guy who knows how to communicate. Now she's talking about the right brain, and guys are like, oh, I actually had one client. It was actually that very rich guy that lost a $5 million home to his ex-wife. He had 3 master's degrees from major universities: Berkeley, Stanford, and UCLA. I always get USC, UCLA mixed up. And he had one. It was a master's degree in communication. I said no. Because he goes, well, if it's all about communication, I've got my master's degree in communication. I'm like, no, not logical, proper English. That is not what she means at all. You see that now? But isn't that what most guys think?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I speak perfect English. And I'm like, no, dude. Yeah. Well, if that worked, then how well is that working for you? What do you mean? I got a girlfriend. She cheats on me, but I lie to myself about that. I see no, think no, hear no.
Remember, I used to do that when I first came in. It was just like, hi, my name is Bennett. I'm 22 years old.
I am in a box. I can't fucking think, but I'm proper and I speak perfect fucking English. I got an A once.
Dudes think it's all about being proper. No,
it's not.
It's funny.
You know, now we're about to go way politically incorrect, but it's actually what women want. And when okay. You know the hidden language I talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you see it, hear it, and know it, you realize they're not being proper at all?
Mm-hmm. Nope. They're just very good at sneaking around it.
No, because it's the hidden language. They're saying it, but they're not doing it directly. It's an indirect language. It's a literary language. And there's a lot of symbols in it. And when you see it, you're like, oh, because it's a basic pattern. When you see the basic pattern and combined with the language, you're like, oh, that's so fucking simple. Now, you might think, well, just tell it to us now. I can't. It's not possible. It took you minimum 10 sessions to begin to get... Well, I think about the 6th or 7th, you're like, fuck, that's kind of complicated. It is, but it isn't. About the 10th session, when I would do it, it was automatic. You could hear it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I started hearing it whenever I walked out, I started hearing it in the streets with my coworkers, on TV. You'll see it everywhere, but... And
then when that girl says something indirectly and she kind of smiles at you, like, oh, you're being kinky.
Yeah.
Before you'd be like, oh yeah, it's a beautiful red rose. That's this luscious, blah, blah, blah. You just want to lick the flavor, It's like, just lick the flavor. What the fuck are you talking about? It's a lot smoother than that. I was pretty direct because the male brain, if I actually said it in the female way, you'd be like, I don't get it. But now do you get it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Women have it down to such an art, man, that it's just...
Right.
It's smooth. It's smooth as fuck. And
there's a lot of intricacies to it. It literally is an art. It's not just as A as B. It's so much more than that. And a lot of guys, oh, you mean double entendres. I remember a guy said this to me in front of his girlfriend. She goes, oh, he doesn't get it. He thinks he does, but he doesn't. Because he was actually behind working on something, and I walked in, Bill was handing my cards out. She goes, what? I'm male, the female communication, the indirect language. He goes, oh, I know, it's about double entendres. And he said it from the male language, which is very linear, it's tubular, that's why I'm talking like this. And women look at, and she was like, he was behind her, and he kind of was fixing the floor. They're doing a new building, new office, or a business. I think it was a workout club, I don't know what it was. It wasn't open yet. And she looks at him, she says, no, he doesn't get it. Right? Now, here's the deal. A woman, the minute she sees you across the room, she'll know. Because if you look at me, I'm open. Now, guys, what do you mean you're open? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not all narrow, closed, pupils dilated, small.
You know what's funny? I actually said that to you when you went to the shop where you bought the shop locks or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There was this dude who was helping him out. And he talked for a minute, got back in the car, and I said, hey, man, you know what? I really understood the difference with you and other dudes because he was all loosey-goosey, just like talking, like blah, 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 blah. The dude at the counter...
You mean me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
the dude at the counter, he was cool. He was a nice guy, but you just tell like
Yeah,
his
he's a
body
real
language
good guy. I
was,
really like that guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
his
he's really fucking cool.
body language was just like more robotic.
Yeah,
He was
more robotic.
just talking like a very linear way.
Mm-hmm.
So
even his tone was like this. I don't like to, talk. I don't want, because I don't want to see his video and get offended. But it's no, really cool guy. But he's your typical male. He's just, he's talking like he's talking through his forehead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is one of the women like, they hate that because. All right, now that you're open, this is what he said earlier. You're just like open, like relax. So what happens when some guy is on ultra linear and he talks to you and does this? Like, you felt that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. It's
because it closes you up, huh? And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It took me 30 minutes to open the fuck up, you motherfucker. And that's what women do. You literally use the phrase it's like going to a spa. Why do you think women go to spas and get massages and hot steams and hot towels and hot baths and pedicures and manicures and haircuts? And why did they spend all that money, literally hundreds of dollars? Why did they do that?
So they can open up and
so
be in
they
that
can
space.
open up. And then they go to the mall to go shopping to enjoy this wonderful feeling. And Mr. Dumbass Pickup Artist goes, and he does that. And she's like, oh, God, you fucking ruined it. Damn it. Now I'm closed again. Do women like to be closed?
Nope.
They want to be open. Guys, the idea is learn how to open them up. That is what this course is about. Now here's the deal. Are you opening them up or are you opening you up?
Opening me up.
What happens when you open you up?
She's open.
It opens her up because she likes to be open. So here's the thing. When you're around people that are closed, does it make it easy for you to open?
Makes it harder.
Makes it harder. In fact, it makes it impossible.
Yeah.
But what if you're around me when I'm wide open? Does it make it? Is it almost like within minutes you're like, you literally just have to talk to me. Just like tonight. It's like you literally just have to talk to me and hang out with me. And next thing you know, because your brain just like, oh, it feels good. I thought you were going to talk.
Okay, well,
He's
I
just
did have something to
enjoying
say.
Good. Say whatever you want.
Last night at the coffee shop is when you get into the storytelling. There was a point where you came close to like the end of the story, and the whole vibe just went.
Yeah, it's like everyone just. There's a pattern where you're taking her through a sexual process just by talking. And then when I did the orgasmic part, every woman in the room went. Oh.
It was before those college girls or high school college girls. I think
they were college.